जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा। विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा। तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे। गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
मान्य श्री शासन सभापति, मान्य श्री शासन मंडली अध्यक्षुलु, गौरव शासन सभ्युलु, गौरव शासन मंडली सभ्युलु अंदरिकी ना शुभाभिवंदनमुलु। तेलंगाणा राष्ट्र उभय सभలను ఉద్దేశించి ప్రసంగిస్తున్నందుకు నాకు ఎంతో ఆనందంగా ఉంది। ఈ సమావేశానికి మీ అందరికీ సాదరంగా స్వాగతం పలుకుతున్నాను। మీ అందరికీ నా శుభాకాంక్షలు। ఈరోజు చారిత్రకంగా ఒక శుభదినం। It is indeed a momentous occasion today as it marks the realization of the dreams of crores of Telanganites who made relentless efforts and agitations over several decades. At the same time, my government cannot forget the sacrifices of hundreds of youngsters who played a key role in the last 1.5 decade long movement for achieving statehood for Telangana. They loved their Telangana so much that they did not bother about their career, studies, and even sentiments of their parents. For them, the driving force was only a belief that crores of fellow Telanganites would have a bright future with a little sacrifice of cares. No one can measure the value of the sacrifices of these sons and daughters of the soil. Keeping in mind their sacrifice for the cause of Telangana, my government is determined to extend rupees 10 lakhs as monetary assistance to each of the bereaved families. Besides, government job will be provided to one eligible person in each such family. Cultivable land would be provided in case the family is involved in farming, apart from housing to the needy, along with free education and health care to their family. My government believes that graft, particularly political corruption, is the bane of our polity and economy. Unless it is eradicated, the fruits of progress cannot be enjoyed by one and all. Hence, my government is committed to root out political corruption at any cost. We are implementing a transparent strategy to eliminate graft at all levels. Considering the social structures in Telangana, my government is formulating several programs for the welfare of the people. Of course, development is a major goal for any state, but my government believes that development at the cost of welfare would have little meaning. We are conscious of the fact that lakhs of families are still living below the poverty line, and millions of children are not in a position to access good education. It is precisely for this reason that my government had decided to lay particular emphasis on the welfare of SCs, STs, BCs, minorities, and the poor among other sections of society by spending 1 lakh crore rupees in the coming 5 years. With reference to welfare of SCs, I may share with you all that expected results couldn't be derived from various SC welfare programs in the past. Hence, my government is now keen to see that the fruits of all those schemes are enjoyed by the deserving. In order to see that their eyes are filled with sparks of ecstasy, my government would allocate rupees 50,000 crores during the next 5 years. We will create a dedicated wing in the Social Welfare Department which will implement the special component plan. We will ensure that not even a single paisa is diverted from the funds meant for SC welfare schemes and that no pilferage is allowed. Since tribals constitute a sizable proportion of the state's population, my government will provide up to 12% reservation in respect of education and government employment. We are also keen to confer ST status to Kaiti Lambadas and Valmiki Boyas. We are aware that there is demand from tribals of plain areas for sanctioning an ITDA for them. We shall examine this and take appropriate steps soon. Lambada Tandas and Adivasi Gudams would be reconstituted as panchayats. As per the AP Reorganization Act, a tribal university will be established at the earliest in the state of Telangana. As BC welfare is equally important for my government, we have decided to take up a comprehensive development of BCs by spending rupees 25,000 crore over the next 5 years through a foolproof mechanism to improve the status of weavers who constitute a major chunk among the BCs. My government has decided to constitute an expert committee to study the conditions of toddy tappers, handloom movers, and all other artisans so that appropriate measures could be taken for their development. Telangana has seen a healthy integration of people belonging to different religions, languages, and cultures. People have always lived here in harmony. Telangana is known for its Ganga Jamuna Tehzeeb. It is the responsibility of my government to take care of the interests of minorities. In this direction, we are committed to provide up to 12% reservation to them. We are going to provide an unprecedented annual allocation of rupees 1,000 crores budget for the welfare of minorities. I am reminded of how Mahatma Gandhi praised the composite culture of Telangana, enriched by tolerance and harmony. In 1927, in his address at the VV College, Hyderabad, we will take appropriate steps for the preservation of Urdu language. Pension to the needy cannot be a meager amount serving no purpose. All these years, we have claimed to provide pensions to the poor, though the quantum of the pension is most insufficient to make both ends meet. Now, as part of the welfare measures, my government will provide a monthly pension of rupees 1,500 to the physically handicapped. As a special care towards the welfare of the poor, the meek, and the weak, we will introduce a monthly pension of rupees 1,000 to the aged. Even destitute women would get a monthly pension of rupees 1,000. BD workers facing financial distress would be paid an allowance of rupees 1,000 per month. Housing is one of the basic needs of the people. We wish to take up dignified housing for the poor. Each unit would have 2 bedrooms, a hall, and a kitchen with separate bath and toilet facilities, so that every family dwelling in them would live with self-respect and confidence. This model would be constructed at the cost of rupees 3 lakh per house. The government is to modify the education systems on the lines of Professor Jaishankar's vision. My government is committed to provide compulsory and free education from KG to PG with CBSE syllabus in English medium to all the needy students. A welfare fund will be constituted with a corpus of rupees 10 crores for journalists whose role in achieving Telangana state was immense. A welfare fund with a corpus of rupees 100 crores would be set up for welfare of lawyers as they stood like a rock during the movement for the formation of Telangana state. Beneficiaries of the government's welfare measures include RTC workers, workers of Singareni collieries, and workers involved in the construction sector. Auto rickshaws plying in Telangana state will be exempted from tax. Accident insurance will also be extended to them as well as workers in construction sector. A large number of youth who had migrated to the Middle East and North Africa are facing problems. Hence, my government will set up a special wing to address the problems of such non-resident Indians. We will draw up special plans to ensure the welfare of the workers in the Gulf region as well as their rehabilitation. My government will extend a special Telangana increment to all the government employees along with health cards to them. Let me make it clear that we would like to have an employee-friendly governance. I am confident that this would motivate employees to be public-friendly to rebuild Telangana. Women constitute about 50% of our population. History proved that they could excel in any area provided an opportunity is given. From farming to political leadership, there is no area which they couldn't handle successfully. We have the latest example of the village girl Malavat Purna of Nizamabad district, who has successfully planted the nation's flag on Mount Everest. Despite being the bedrock of the institution of family, some of them are becoming victims of social evils such as child marriage, dowry harassment, domestic violence, acid attacks, and so on. No country can prosper unless women power is harnessed. Therefore, we are charting an elaborate program for the welfare of women. Strict enforcement of laws regarding women's safety and security, particularly protection of women from domestic violence, will be monitored. Keeping in mind the large number of women employees working in Hyderabad city, particularly in the IT sector, special focus on tight security and maintenance of law and order will be the priority of my government. We will work hard to make Hyderabad a safe haven for working women round the clock. In other words, our endeavor is to capacitate them and encourage them to play an effective role in all aspects of nation building. As majority of the population is dependent on agriculture and allied sectors for their livelihood, my government is determined to pay utmost attention to the rapid progress of agriculture, irrigation, and power sectors, which are the principal engines of growth. As an initial measure to reduce debt burden and to bring fresh hope and vigor, a waiver of crop loan up to rupees 1 lakh to each farmer will be implemented. Also, tax exemption will be provided to agriculture tractors and trolleys. Areas of agrarian stress will be identified where farmers are distressed and teams will be sent for appropriate counseling. In order to support this sector with path-breaking research and development, an agricultural university will be established. On field, the agriculture department officials will actively conduct soil tests and advise every farmer about the need to grow appropriate crops. The status of soil test data will be tabulated and maintained mandal-wise. On the basis of this scientific data, a macro plan will be formulated in order to develop Telangana into specific crop colonies. To support and encourage farmers, input subsidy will be provided at every step, starting from seed supply, fertilizers, and the use of farm mechanization. And agriculture scientists have found the agroclimate of Telangana best suited for producing high-quality seeds. Steps would be taken to encourage farmers to produce seeds of high quality so as to transform Telangana into the seed bowl of India. The government would prevent black marketing of fertilizers. Government would also offer adequate subsidy to farmers who adopt greenhouse cultivation methodologies. The government will set up a sugarcane research center in Nizamabad and a turmeric research center in Mote, Nizamabad district. A horticulture university will also be set up to strengthen the agriculture sector. I am proud to inform that 1/3 of the nation's poultry industry is located in Telangana. To further boost this industry, incentives will be provided to entrepreneurs and farmers to take up poultry farming on a large scale. Telangana is blessed with bountiful rivers like Godavari and Krishna, whose tributaries and streams crisscross the state. We have to make full use of the water resources across the state to increase the overall irrigation potential and bring lakhs of acres of parched land under cultivation, covering 1 lakh acre in each and every assembly constituency, which is dependent on agriculture. To reach this target, my government will focus on completion of all pending projects expeditiously. The government will persuade the central government to accord national project status to Pranahita Chavala project. My government proposes to take up Palamuru lift irrigation scheme project to cultivate large chunks of land in Mehboob Nagar and to cater to irrigation water requirements of western parts of Rangareddy district, in addition to supply of drinking water to Hyderabad. The Jurala Pakala gravity waters flowing through Guramagadda in Mehboob Nagar to Pakala tank in Warangal, passing through Mehboob Nagar, Nalgonda and Warangal districts, will help to irrigate these regions. An immediate survey will be taken up in order to establish the above-mentioned irrigation system. My government will give due emphasis on minor irrigation in entire Telangana, laying particular emphasis on restoration and strengthening of chain-link tanks, anicuttes and ponds, interlinking them with irrigation systems. Presently, Telangana state is facing power shortage. Thermal power installed capacity is 2,283 megawatts, and hydropower installed capacity is 2,157 megawatts. In order to improve the situation, it is planned to take up the issue with the Government of India to fulfill the commitment made under the State Reorganization Act to set up a 4,000 megawatt power plant by the NTPC. Requisite land and water will be provided by the state government. In addition, through the private sector, we plan to generate 6,000 megawatts through GENCO. We will establish on a war footing the requisite grid lines and distribution networks in order to purchase and supply power from the state of Chhattisgarh within the next 3 years. With all these coordinated efforts, we will make Telangana a surplus power state. As parts of efforts to tone up public health, my government will establish super specialty hospitals in all the districts. Adequate bed capacity would be added in all primary and secondary level hospitals. The existing 108 and 104 services will be strengthened and operationalized. Telangana will formulate the best industrial policy which will give the required boost to the economy. A model system of single window clearance will be put in place. A special chasing cell, SCC, will be attached to the Chief Minister's office to give speedy clearances to the upcoming projects with zero corruption and no harassment to potential investors. We would like to establish a cotton and silk hub in Warangal and Sirsila on the lines of Tirupur of Tamil Nadu, which will transform these towns into thriving textile industrial centers. An industrial corridor will be promoted between Hyderabad and Warangal to boost employment opportunities. We will pursue with the Railway Ministry to set up a rail coach factory at Kazipet, as mentioned in the 13th schedule of the State Reorganization Act. The objective of all the foregoing measures is to not only achieve rapid progress in industrial areas, but also provide employment opportunities to lakhs of unemployed youth, in turn strengthening the state economy. Hyderabad city, the capital of Telangana state, has more than a 400-year-long history. People from various parts of the globe and India have made Hyderabad their home, making it a cosmopolitan city where diverse cultures thrive. It is for this reason that this city is described as the city of Ganga Jamuna Tehzeeb. My government would like to transform Hyderabad into a world-class city with a distinct brand image. Various steps such as cleaning and protection of the Musi River and other water bodies of the Twin Cities will be taken up. In addition, basic requirements such as piped drinking water, underground drainage systems, and stormwater sewage systems, scientific collection and clearance of garbage will ensure control of pollution and maintenance of sanitation, leading to a clean, green, pollution-free Hyderabad. We will strive to make Hyderabad a slum-free urban conglomerate by establishing planned satellite township as per the specific master plans, which will accommodate those poorer sections and migrants who come in search of a better future to the city of fortune, Bhagyanagari. To make it a delight for any international traveler and for local residents, facilities like expressways, rapid mass transport systems, domestic airports are planned to be undertaken strictly as per a visionary master plan, prepared in consultation with international agencies, incorporating the best of the most livable cities of the world, such as Melbourne, Vienna, Vancouver, Toronto, etc. In short, my government's vision for Hyderabad is a city of environment, education, and infrastructure. The face of IT sector would be transformed in Telangana with the implementation of the prestigious Information Technology Investment Region project in Hyderabad. In all, rupees 2.13 lakh crore investment would be channeled into various units in the state, opening 52 lakh employment opportunities for our youth directly or indirectly over the next 10 years. A skill development authority will be set up to provide gainful opportunities in the expanding economy. I am proud to inform this August House that Telangana contributes to 1/3 of the pharma production in India. To keep up this growth and further boost it, my government will lay emphasis on expansion of existing pharma, biotech, and other industries. We wish to promote a pharma city as one of the satellite townships which will have government-run effluent treatment services to have complete pollution management. This will attract further investments in this sector in the coming years. In order to make Hyderabad a safe zone and an attractive investment destination, law and order will be the top priority for my government. There would be constant surveillance with a network of CC cameras and other advanced technical gadgets covering the entire urban agglomeration to make it a safe city on the lines of London and New York. Any offense detrimental to the interests of the state would be dealt with an iron hand. Those responsible for any kind of disturbance or disorder in society would be taken to task without fear or favor. My government is of the view that better governance is possible at the field and village level if the elected public representatives, particularly MLAs and MPs, are easily accessible to people. To facilitate this end, we propose to take up construction of permanent office cum residence in the respective constituencies. This arrangement will enable people to access their MLAs and MPs in times of need. Keeping in view the spirit of democratic governance, my government would like to constitute a state advisory council, drawing its expertise from the civil society. Moreover, intellectuals, media representatives, volunteer organizations, social activists, various professionals and others will be part of this advisory council. చివరిగా భారత రాజ్యాంగానికి లోబడి తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రంలో నివసిస్తున్న ప్రతి పౌరునికి సమాన హోదా, రక్షణ కల్పిస్తామని నేను హామీ ఇస్తున్నాను. సర్వజన హితయ సర్వజన సుఖయ ఇదే తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వం లక్ష్యం, ఆశయం. జై హింద్.